let's talk about the, are we done with Scooby-Doo? You want to talk about Adventure Time?
I think we're done with Scooby-Doo. We might come back to Scooby-Doo later on. We might do, like, an older show. Who knows?
Yeah.
But for
Velma
now,
Mars COTP.
we're pretty Scooby-Dooed out.
Scooby-Don't.
We missed 2 episodes. There have been 2 episodes of Adventure Time since our last episode. By the way, Tooch, you're not allowed to go any more concert. We are not also going to. So, not until MagFest.
Okay.
2 people died because
Because of you.
First there was Furniture and Meat, which was kind of a fluff episode, I guess. But here was interesting about it, is that it was Jake being a jerk. Mm-hmm. And, you know, as the series has matured, they let their characters do bad things and actually, as a way of developing them a lot more. When Finn does bad things, it's because he's in the throes of puberty and he has trouble controlling and knowing what to do with his sexual and romantic urges, which cause him to act selfishly and manipulatively and really damage his relationships.
So, high school.
Yeah. When Bubblegum does bad things, it's because she is making sacrifices for the good of her people because she wants nothing more than to protect them and will, if need be, compromise civil liberties and stuff like that in order to do it. When Jake is a jerk, it's because they didn't want to waste the fact that he's voiced by John DiMaggio.
Well, I mean, also because, like, they built his whole character background if he used to be a villain, you know? He blatantly says in this episode, like, I don't know what to do with money, I only ever, like, find it or steal it or something like that, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, my point is that, you know, when Jake is a jerk, it's just time for them to have fun. Because the dialogue in that show was stuff that Johnny D could have done in his sleep.
Yeah.
You want this money? Eat it!
You can have as much as you eat! And then Finn's just like, he's like, I'm gonna make him do stuff. Like, at first it was just
he's like some rich, creepy...
You change places in the bed. It's like, no, I don't like to be next to the wall!
Yeah, he's just some rich, creepy pervert.
I love John DiMaggio's laugh, too, when he's Jake's like...
Yeah, there is not much to say about that episode, but, you know, I like that, you know, Jake is a character who they pretty much just used to have fun with, and I think that's still good.
Yeah.
Because there have been a couple episodes this season that that have been noticeably lacking humor a lot. Like, more so than what they used to do. Like, it used to be, I felt like, for a while, I was like, it's honestly been less funny lately. It's been so good, and the storytelling's been so well, but it's like, when's the last time I laughed out loud at Adventure Time?
It seems like they're getting really serious in a way where, like, now they can't really make jokes while being serious at the same time, so they'll make serious episodes, and then they'll make funny episodes that are inconsequential, when they used to be able to do both at the same time. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. I mean, Lemon Hope was high art. I need to research more about film before I tackle that one.
I want someone teaching Film 101 to, like, show Lemon Hope to people.
I want to show it to one of my film professors and be like, I need your help. Like, I want to understand this.
I'm sure he'd love it.
And then the other episode was...
The Prince Who Wanted Everything, which is the third Fiona and Cake episode.
Yes.
And one thing I found refreshing was that it's the first one that wasn't really romance heavy.
Yeah, that was nice.
I was afraid it was gonna be because it's Lumpy Space Prince. So like, if he was anything like Lumpy Space Princess, it was gonna be like completely obsessed with getting a girl. Oh my god! But it was actually Lumpy Space Princess's fan fiction, so it was nothing. It was nothing in character.
Yeah. And this is also the first episode where I feel like they've used a fan fiction device for something interesting, and that's that they were able to just have LSP not give a shit about the other character's dialogue. It's like, I don't care.
Yeah, like, that's kind of an interesting thing about, like, Fiona's character is that she's always written as a fan fiction character, so she never actually gets to develop as a character. Though I do thought it was really interesting. I did think, because she had the sword from the graphic novel or from the comics.
The graphic novel, which I do think has so far been the most, the best part of Fiona and Cake material.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like she had that same sword, which was kind of cool. I felt like they made her taller.
You know what? I looked it up. It's just that her ears are thinner and taller.
Yeah, like, but something about her body type, like she seemed like if you put her next to Finn, she would have been Like, she looked older. I don't know. Maybe that's because she's a girl and girls age faster than boys.
I think she's always looked more older than Finn because Finn's like a stick figure and she's got the bow.
Chubby.
Damn.
Yeah, Finn's just some kind of tube person.
Yeah.
Sometimes he has definition, sometimes he doesn't. It's Adventure Time. It's never on model.
Yeah.
No.
What's cool about Jake is that they canonically don't have to worry about it.
Nope.
Yeah. Meanwhile, fucking Bubblegum's been hitting the Thigh Master since the last couple seasons.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
It was a fun episode. We talked about this before we started recording. It was hilarious that when Ice King woke up in the woods, he was tied to the tree, and he had his legs in a misery hobbling. It's like the thing for misery.
I was so scared.
I was scared,
Because Adventure Time, because like at this point, I thought to myself, Adventure Time can literally get away with anything at this point. What the fuck is about to happen?
You're gonna break his legs.
Oh no.
I like how, Lumpy Space Prince sort of came directly out of the comics. Like, there was an issue where he had, like, that Bishonen face thing.
Yeah.
And I like how Lumpy Space Princess kept, like, telling Ice King to read the voices differently. She's like, no! Like,
I don't sound like that!
like, that's not how she means.
Oh, man.
I thought that it was the strongest Fiona and Cake episode since the first one.
Which is a shame because technically it's not even a Fiona and Cake episode because it's Lumpy Space Princess's fan fiction of Ice King's fan fiction.
Yeah, like I said, it was the first one where I felt the fan fiction device worked. I've always felt that the fan fiction thing, to me, it's always been kind of a hindrance because you know that these aren't characters in and of themselves and some kind of weird wish fulfillment of Ice King. I think that holds it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also it causes some confusion because sometimes they do shit that's like the Ice King probably wouldn't even write that because then at the end of almost every episode it then turns into Ice King's wishes fulfillment. So it's like maybe he has these weird moments of clarity where he's actually a good writer, but then he just turns back into Ice King.
Like in the beginning of Bad Little Boy, he's reading that terrible story to the princesses. It like makes no sense. I actually watched Bad Little Boy again because it played right after. And I like it more the second time around. The romance thing seems a lot... Now that I watch it again, it's more like Marceline as she was in the first season.
Yeah. When I liked it better when I revisited too. It was one of those episodes I was kind of disappointed. Part of it is because it was built up a lot. There was a lot of expectations.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was in a lot of ways kind of a retread of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love, like, what was very interesting for me and what I paid attention to more this time is because Marceline was writing the story about herself and about her relationships to the other characters. I was paying more attention to that. Like, the dialogue between Marshall and Gumball, I paid attention to, and, like, the way that she wrote Gumball and the way that she wrote, the relationship with Fiona. And it was, like, to me, that was the most value, was, like, how she views her life and her friends.
Oh, yeah, because I forgot that Marceline technically wrote that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So maybe, like, is that the thing that they're doing?
Maybe.
Each time somebody else writes a chapter of Fiona and Cake and they're each written by a different character?
I guess that'd be interesting.
That'd be an interesting thing, because it'd be an interesting way to go forward since, because of the whole they've written in, Fiona and Cake can't really develop as themselves because they have no consistent voice. So I think that would be the most interesting thing to do with them within that construct.
Yeah.
And Danny Glover was so cool.
That was not Danny Glover. That was Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Donnie.
He's getting too old for this shit. But I like that. Shit, what was I even gonna say now? Danny Glover.
I'm
Holy
sorry.
shit! But no, it's fine. I like that. It's like a reoccurring thing that like there's this constant hinting that's never gonna happen. Even though it could because it's Adventure Time that Fiona and Cake are gonna become real characters, like everybody in the like Ice King wants it and Lumpy Space Princess wants it. Yeah. It's just not gonna happen.
No. Like he threw the book in that make real magic chamber and just made
the book real.
Which I was kind of upset. I was like, oh, I wanted it to be real.
You knew it was gonna happen though.
Yeah. Oh, we also saw Flame Prince for the first time.
Yeah, and Turtle Prince.
And they didn't say anything.
Because everyone was clamoring for Turtle Prince.
Oh yeah, Surfer Dude, beautiful locks.
Or maybe Sushi Chef.
Sushi Chef.
So one thing with Furniture and Meat, it was nice to hear Maria Bamford in the show again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's what I think they did originally. You know, when they needed a one-off female character, they'd get Maria Bamford to do it because she's got incredible range and is funny as all fuck. And then once they started getting guest stars, any character that they would have had Maria Bamford do, they would just get, one of the girls from Pomplamoose or what's the other one? Garfunkel and Oates. They'd get or Lena Dunham. They would get somebody to do a guest voice. So she doesn't do as many voices anymore, and really all she's done recently is reprise old princess roles like Slime Princess or Raspberry.
She still has a lot of roles now.
Yeah.
That they never expected, probably didn't plan on using it again, because, like, from listening to the commentary, how they handle all the callbacks in Adventure Time is, they do whatever they want, but then they remember stuff, and they'll be like, oh, hey, didn't we have an episode where, like a couple episodes ago where such and such did something? Can we, like, bring that back? Like, we weren't gonna. Yeah, but we probably should. That'd be cool. So, like, they just do that. So, at any point in time, they never... I think more so now that they're on, like, season 6, they probably think ahead more, but back in the day, they did not at all.
No way.
So, it's really... I think that's a really good balance in terms of show evolution, to don't pigeonhole yourself, but always keep continuity in mind.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of guest voice actresses, we didn't mention this on the last episode, but in Food Chain, the girl worm Erin was played by Minty Lewis, who plays Eileen on regular show.
Cool.
A couple of episodes of Adventure Time coming up that, look interesting, but there's only one that I want to talk about right now. And that's an episode called, I forget what it's called. I'm going to look at, but it's going to heavily feature Kim Kil-won.
Oh yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Now, who do you guys think he's going to be voiced by? There are 3 options. Eugene Merman, John Roberts, and H. John Benjamin. Yeah, he's the one with the beard.
So probably John Benjamin.
This is probably going to be
If anyone's going to be John Benjamin, it should be the one with the beard.
Yeah.
I really hope that, like, part of me is in disbelief that they'll do it, but the other part of me doesn't doubt that they would. And for people who have no idea what we're talking about, only a few of Jake's kids...
Only 2 of them.
Only 2 of them have had their voices revealed, but so fucking far, they've both been Bob's Burger characters, and there's enough characters for it to fit.
That's exactly as much. And Bob's Burgers, Penn Ward has gone on record saying it's like his favorite show on the air.
Him and fucking Natasha too, I believe, or either her or Rebecca. Like, one of them was always on tour, like, you guys gotta watch Bob's Burgers, and I was like, does she work on the show? And I looked her up, and I was like, she doesn't work on the show at all. She's just really fucking likes this cartoon.
People, especially like people in the creative.
They can do it. Like, half those guys are actors anyway. It's a job. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not saying it for a legal issue. I'm just like, are they really like? Do they really like Bob's Burgers that much that they would go through that fucking trouble?
I believe they would.
No, definitely.
I just don't want to be disappointed.
Like, I don't know if that was their original point when they got Kristen Schaal, because like you get Kristen Schaal because she's Kristen Schaal and she's great.
Yeah, she's lovely. I love her.
Let's get Dan Mintz because it'll be like a thing. But yeah, I think Benjamin as well. But
yeah,
I mean, John Roberts will probably have to do Viola. Mm-hmm. And then Eugene Merman would be... Who's the other one?
Jake Jr. Not Jake Jr.
The Jake Jr. TV.
TV.
No.
Charlie. That's one I always forget, because, like, why the fuck is it called Charlie?
Yeah.
Who cares? Alright.
Yeah, I finally watched all of Bob's Burgers Season 3.
It's the best show. I love
really
it.
Good.
Yeah.
I love it so much. We should talk about that.
Yeah, we will.
Probably will.
Let's start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
I'm so tired, you guys.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Our next episode is going to be on Bravest Warriors. We're going to talk about seasons 1 and 2. You can watch the whole thing in like an hour or 2.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very interesting discussion. I don't want to play our hand too much right now on the air, but I think
it's going to be the best fucking episode ever. I guarantee it.
But it's going to take a different, I think, different tone than we've been doing so far.
Yeah, because it's a very different format. And it's a different kind of show. And
so it's going to be Bravest Warriors next. I'm still working on getting this on iTunes. I got to check SoundCloud again. We got the logo done, and we got all our social media stuff is all updated and pretty now. TheToonGoons.tumblr.com, Twitter.com/TheToonGoons, SoundCloud.com/TheToonGoons, TheToonGoons@gmail.com.
Please email us. Nobody's emailed us yet. And I really want to get an email.
You think it's a good job? You think it's a bad job? Do you think this could be better? Do you
tweet at us?
If you don't want to
# Toon Goons.
if you want.
That'd be cool. We could be like a real podcast. Talk about all the people who tweeted at us.
Tell your friends that you like it. Don't tell your friends if you don't. If you don't like it, lie to your friends so you do like it. I don't know why you would, but...
Of course, thank you to everybody who listened. Thank you to all of our followers on Tumblr. We got some new people. I'm so happy that
thanks to everybody who reblogged
you're
it.
with us.
You guys are awesome, and
if you have any shows that you want to recommend us doing, like, would you really like us to say give Uncle Grandpa a chance?
Please don't say that.
I actually think it would be interesting to see like how far can we get through it before giving up.
I'm just joking. I honestly don't know how bad. I honestly don't know if I'll like it or not.
I don't think I will either, but you know,
who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us.
I watched an episode and I liked a part of it a lot. I thought there was one part of it that was really funny.
Was there a music reference or something?
No,
was there a dog?
No, it was this interstitial bit that didn't have any of the regular characters. It was like a teddy bear and a hot dog. They're both anthropomorphized and like.
I think you already talked about this on the podcast, Nikki.
On the podcast.
On the podcast.
On the podcast. We're from Michigan, apparently.
No.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it for us tonight. It's 1:30 a.m.
in the morning.
And I have to go to Taco Bell because it's the only thing that's open. So we'll be here next week talking about Bravest Warriors. We're going to have a great fun time. And if I don't hit the record button, stop button now, we'll never stop. So bye.
Bye-bye.
This has been us.
We love you.
I'm serious, hit the button.
Okay.
Push the button, Frank.